Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Chanute High School, home of the Chanute Blue Comets. And tonight, our matchup, our very own Chanute Comets will take on the Pittsburg Purple Dragons. We'd like to remind you that this contest is being played under the authority of the Kansas State Activities Association. Our rules provide for fair play and good sportsmanship amongst the athletes and coaches. Please respect the officials, players, and coaches, and respect for our host facilities for this athletic event. In accordance with the Kansas State Fire Marshal regulations, we request you take a moment to recognize the emergency exits closest to you. The use of tobacco products in any form within our buildings is strictly prohibited. We thank you for your cooperation in upholding our policies. And now if you'll stand and face the flag. Tonight we have the anthem being performed by our Chanute High School Sax Quartet under the direction of Dr. A.J. Bew, Dominic Goodner, Senior, Sergio Leone, Senior, Ava Campbell, Junior, and Jack Fickle, Freshman. Starting off for the Pittsburg Purple Dragons, a 6'1" senior, number 1, Dan Hastings. For the Blue Comets, a 6'1" junior, number 3, Larson Custer.
Purple and blue, that is the colors of the matchup tonight. Chanute Blue Comets versus the Pittsburg Purple Dragons. One beat the other millions of years ago. Let's see how that'll happen again tonight. My name is Caleb Wood. I am the Director of Broadcasting here at Chanute High School. Along with me is Junior Braden Goff. He is also one of the broadcasting kids in our program. Braden, how are you?
I'm doing good today. It's a beautiful day for basketball. Girls just won their game against Pittsburg. Looks really good for them, and our away game against Pittsburgh, we beat them too, so let's see if we can run it back and get them the win.
Absolutely. It is senior night tonight. Shout out to all those seniors, our senior boys being Parker Manley, Parker Henson, and Raleigh Chard. But we're going to go ahead and dive right into some starting lineups for the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons. We have Dan Hastings standing at 6'1". He is a senior, number 1. Up next, we have number 10, Giovanni Salas. We'll see if I get that correct or not. He's a 6'5" senior as well. At number 10, number 11, Jackson Turnbull. He's the 6'5" senior also. Number 23, Joey Chronister, standing at 6 foot. He's a junior. And lastly, Mason English, number 30, standing 6'2". He's also a junior. Your head coach for the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons is going to be head coach Jordan Woods. And for the Chanute Blue Comets, we got our starting five, which is number 3, Larson Kester. He is a 6'1" junior. Number 5, Caden Seamster, 6'2" junior. Number 22, Parker Manley, the 5'11" senior. Number 31, Parker Henson, the 6'2" senior. And number 35, Elliot Stevenson, the 6'1" sophomore. Pardon me, I just had to sneeze there. And your head coach for the Chanute Blue Comets is head coach Devin Crabtree. We're about to get started with our opening tip-off here tonight, and that is going to be Parker Henson for the Chanute Blue Comets. Pardon me, I must be allergic to dragons up in here. So we've got number 11 for the Purple Dragons, Jackson Turnbull, jumping here as well. We got a pretty big lineup for the Purple Dragons here tonight. A couple of guys over 6'4". Everybody except for Joey Chronister. No, I take that back. The entire lineup is over 6 feet tall, and we cannot actually say that for the Blue Comets. Yes. We got Turnbull going towards the rim right away on Henson. Immediate jump ball between Salas and looks like that was Stevenson for the Blue Comets. It's going to be Blue Comet basketball.
Yeah, a big thing in this game is going to be size. If you look over at the Pittsburgh Dragons side, there's a lot of size. Chanute doesn't normally have a lot of size on their team. I think the biggest size we've had in a while was about 3 years back with Garrett. And that's going to be a big thing here is just size. It's the best way to say it. Getting boards up there, it's going to be hard when you're a little bit smaller, but we're going to find ways, as you saw with Elliot Stevenson right there.
Absolutely. We saw as the Blue Comets went to Pittsburgh earlier in this season and played, they came out with a win. We'll see once again if they can pull that out again tonight. Blue Comets working the ball around. Parker Henson posting up down low, which again we don't see too often. He is definitely a three-point shooter, as we've seen the entire season so far. In fact, even winning the three-point contest. Did he win it or did he get second place? Pardon me, second place.
Yeah, we got 2 really good three-point shooters on our team, and one just happened to start over the other.
Blue Comets are doing a great job of working around. Henson with the pump fake gives it to Seamster. Looking down low. Stevenson was wide open down low. Nobody saw him. Larson for a 3, and that's going to be good. Not only can he drive, but he can shoot as well. Larson Custer for the first 3 points of the game.
I mean, I don't want to say prime El Boogie because El Boogie's in his prime right now.
And immediately on the other end, Caden Seamster with the charge.
One thing you don't see often anymore is Larson over there taking the threes, and he took one right there, and it's beautiful. Looking like last year, Larson Kester, who had over 40% from the three-point line.
Blue Comets bring the ball back down the court. Manley now with the ball. Getting it to Henson for a three-point attempt. Bit short. Custer with the rebound. Trying to bounce pass backdoor to Manley, but that's not going to happen. Bounces off his leg. It's going to be Purple Dragon ball. Great look.
It was a great thought right there, but he just let him a little too far, just out of Parker Manley's reach.
The execution did not match the vision.
That is for sure. One thing I am going to say is that we do pretty decent at as a team is fouling out their big guy, and I think that's going to be one big thing going on right here. We already got one on him with the charge. Now let's see if we can get more.
English bringing the ball up, and he's going to be fouled a little bit. That might be on Larson there. English, a pretty big guy bringing the ball up the court. You don't normally see men of his stature working the ball at the front end.
Especially in the high school level, but hey, if he's looking to do college ball, that's great perspective looking at him like that.
I didn't see what exactly happened there. Might have been a little shove.
He's saying that he let his shoulder into him. I was looking at the far ref right there. He's calling a charge on number 10. Maybe it was a legal screen because I know 30 had the ball in his hands.
It's interesting because they put number 10 on our scoreboard, but there's not a 10 on. Oh, yes, there is.
Yeah.
Pardon me. That was Giovanni Salas. Caden Seamster gets called for the travel as he goes to jump stop at the rim.
two big things you see with the refs and the SEK is traveling calls. They don't like that step before you dribble.
Right.
What wasn't the case here, but still, you're going to see the traveling calls a lot. And then the other one's reaching. 2 hands on them at all, that's going to be a push or a reach.
Parker Henson gets called for that one. He didn't like that call. He unfortunately had a hand on the small of the back of Jackson Turnbull. That'll get you every time here in Southeast Kansas.
My exact point from my last comments right there. Just put a hand on him at all, it's going to be a call.
English diffs it down to Salas. That's going to be 2 points for the Purple Dragons. Seamster gives it to Henson. Henson looked backdoor, wasn't going to give it though. Bit of a tight pass. Stevenson now with the ball. Looks like Larson's going to go ahead and set something up. Blue Comets doing a great job taking their time. Henson gets his rebound. Again, no good.
Henson with a beautiful slip there to get the ball. Just could not get it, unfortunately. Had that second chance basket, just didn't fall.
He had great position, unfortunately. English doing the same thing for the Purple Dragons, just setting things up. English, long three-point attempt, air ball, and the Blue Comet fans are going to let him know. It looked like Ryan Carew attempting to save the out of bounds, but throws it right into Seamster's hands. Larson says, hey, let's set something up real quick. And then he's going to take his sweet time. Lobs it over to Henson. Henson hands it off to Seamster. Goes 1-2 up, off the rim, no good. And he's going to pick up the foul. Looked like a little bit of a flop, but still plenty of contact there to justify the foul call. Seamster, that's his second foul.
That's going to be his second. He needs to watch that. He's one of our main guys on our offense. We can't have him out this early.
Big scorer for the Blue Comets. He's gonna take a bit of a seat as we see Brax Peter come in. Technical foul on Caden Seamster, running his mouth a bit on the bench. Head coach Devin Crabtree giving him a bit of an earful, asking him, I don't know why you would say anything. It's the first quarter.
Yeah.
You're already getting a technical.
There's not a lot of stuff that goes on in the first quarter to justify one at all. That is one thing for sure. Other thing is we talked about this during Ralph Miller when me and you commentated by ourselves, right? And we talked about how he's matured over the years. And last year he was a really big hothead. Hopefully that's not coming back because when he plays maturely, he plays really good.
Well, and that's the tough thing especially when you get a technical foul this early in the game. Again, first quarter, score's only 3-3, make that 4-3. Then that just means you're on thin ice the rest of the game, and that is a lot of game to be on thin ice.
And that's what Pittsburgh's going to want. Like we were talking about earlier, it's one of our main scorers, one of our main guys, and if he's out for most of the game, that's perfect for you.
They are regional champs. Came back to our state qualifiers. Those qualifiers
Pittsburgh's going to get the ball back after that technical foul. Chronister gets it back to English for a long three-pointer. Turnbull gets a rebound, just powers his way down low.
He really likes those long threes, and I can't help but to think, but he knows number 11 right there. Turnbull is going to be underneath the basket getting that rebound no matter what.
2 extra points for the Purple Dragons. Henson to Custer. Custer to Manley. Manley driving middle, jump stops. Gives it back to Custer. Over to Brax. Stevenson coming up. Turning the corner. Looking for just a bit of motion going on. And English will steal the ball, and he'll go all the way down. Quick and easy layup there. Timeout called on the floor. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. That's going to be a single commercial break. We'll be right back right after this. Blue Comets starting the game off great with a 3-point play by Larson Kester. Since then has yet to score. Down by 5 here. And they're going to start with the ball coming out of the timeout.
They're just kind of getting overwhelmed by that overly physical defense that Pittsburgh plays. Just got to figure out how to handle that, and they'll be good.
Larson, great dish to Stevenson. Looked like he was about to go up with it. Scooped it underneath the defense to a wide open Stevenson on the opposite block. And that breaks the dry spell of a score for the Blue Comets.
If someone plays overly aggressive, what do? You back cut, and that's what he did right there.
English
getting open.
English driving, running a knee right into Brax Peters' chest, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Jordan Duncan in for the Blue Comets, going to give Parker Manley a little bit of a break. Jordan Duncan, as we know here at Comet Vision, we can anticipate a sharpshooter from Jordan Duncan tonight, and just about any night that he gets on the court.
You know, when he gets hot, he can't miss. That is one thing for sure. He reminds me a lot of J.J. Redick.
Brax, what a cut. Great cut by Brax Peter. Heading to the basket, not slowing down. Dishing the ball back in, cuts their deficit down to 1. Step back jumper by English is going to go off the front of the iron. Salas with the rebound, puts it back for 2, and Purple Dragons now have double digits.
Talking about Brax's cut right there, he's really, in my own opinion, he's an underrated talent we have on the team. He,
ooh, what a move. Larson Custer with a pretty step back spin move back to the goal. Unfortunately missed it. But Elliott Stevenson picks up the offensive rebound, goes up, gets blocked from behind, and gets bodied as well, and will go to the line for 2.
Good call by the ref, but he also has to realize that there was a little contact on that backside propelling him forward.
Absolutely. Great hustle by Elliott Stevenson to go get that offensive rebound. Give the Blue Comets a second chance at some points here. Usually a pretty good free throw shooter, as I've jinxed people in the past, as Elliott Stevenson hits it off the front of the rim. Next ball is up and good. 10-8, Blue Comets still trying to make a comeback here. Trying to tie up the ball game before the end of the first quarter. Chronister now with the ball. Salas back to Chronister. Over to Carew. English driving middle. Salas on the opposite block, and he gets an easy 2 points.
Really nice court vision there by English. And not a lot you can do on a man crashing down and just finding the open guy.
That's tough as the defense having to step up to that, as Blue Comets immediately turn the ball over. Bad pass by Jordan Duncan.
Can't help but think they're a little in their head. Quarter's not going their way. Doesn't mean anything. I mean, there's 4 quarters to a game for a reason. They can easily come back, but it just seems like we're a little bit in our head.
Carew now with the ball. Gives it to Salas, looking for the lob back door. Blue Comets don't touch the ball. Great heads up by Larson Custer. It's going to be their basketball, though. Larson guarded up slightly close by Chronister, picking him up about 3/4 court. Duncan now swinging it around. Jordan Duncan, 3-point attempt off the mark, rebounded by English. English head of steam going, and he gets stripped by Duncan. Duncan gets his hand on it, and he's on a fast break. Up and good. 2 points for Jordan Duncan. Pittsburgh immediately pushing it once again. Duncan trying to double team. English spin move around them. What a move.
Yeah, it was a spectacular move right there, and he just knew how to move his body to get that in.
Stevenson, last second 3-point attempt at the buzzer, and that's not going to happen. We're going to go ahead and take a commercial long break. We'll be right back right after this on Comet Vision. At the end of the first quarter, 10-14, Blue Comets down by 4. Got a whole nother 8 minutes left here in the half. Purple Dragons is going to start with the ball. And we saw great competition there in the first quarter. Just the quick back and forth between both teams. Dan Hastings back in the game for the Purple Dragons, along with English, Turnbull, Cronister, and Carew. Larson Custer picks up a foul there real quick on the hand.
Definitely controversial, as you can hear from the Blue Comets crowd. But hey, you always got to realize they're refs, they're human too. They can make mistakes, but on top of that, they're taking their time to come out and watch us play and help us out over here.
For the Blue Comets, we got Henson, Peters, Duncan, Elliott, Stevenson, and Larson Custer. First shot rattles in somehow. Did a little dance on the front of the rim and somehow fell in. Second shot gives it a 6-point lead for the Purple Dragons. Stevenson to bring the ball down the court. Duncan now looking at Custer cutting through. Not quite open enough. Duncan now kicks it out to Henson. Henson, one dribble pull up. Bank is not open. Elliott Stevenson gets fouled on the floor, and that's going to be out of bounds for the Blue Comets.
Good movement there by the Blue Comets as that skip goes out to Park Henson. I almost just wish that he would have done a step over and took that three. He's known for the three-point game. Might as well stay there.
Well, and chances are he probably could have even gotten to the rim and at least gotten fouled going up.
Or that, and that turns into a three-point play if you do get fouled.
Absolutely. Larson looking for Duncan. Back to Larson in the corner, pump fakes. Kicks it across to Stevenson. No foul call as he gets bodied in midair. Up and under, Carew with a little Euro step in the middle. Beautiful move.
Larson was trying to get that no-looker pass in, and he just got red on it is all there is.
Stevenson, three-point attempt off the front of the iron. Brax trying for that rebound. Not going to happen. And another 2 points for the I almost said Golden Tornadoes, for the Purple Dragons.
Both the purple, so it's an easy mistake.
Dragons up by 10 now. Hand off to Stevenson down the middle. He goes up. 2 points for Elliott Stevenson. English, long three-point attempt, and that's good. English not afraid to pull up from deep. Brax to Elliott. Elliott looking down low. Duncan would have been there, but his lack of size would have made it difficult. Stevenson now driving baseline. He goes up for two. Not quite the angle he wanted. Carew running down court, wide open two. It's going to be a timeout for the Purple Dragons, a 30-second timeout. We're going to take a single break. We'll be right back here on Comet Vision right after this. Blue Comets down by 13 at this point.
It's a real rough game coming out of the first quarter, but the thing is that we got to realize we got to get some energy in this. We're getting our heads down. For a little bit, we looked like we had some energy, and that's when we were doing good, but once that energy stopped, we started playing bad again.
Stevenson with the ball. Gets it across to Peter. Peter drives baseline. He'll go up, try to get it to Duncan down low. Not exactly sure what Jordan Duncan's doing in the middle of the paint, but
hey, maybe he can slip in there, caught him off guard. You know, can't really see him. He's pretty small.
Stevenson taking a seat for a little bit as Parker Manley comes in to sub him out. Jordan Duncan, three-pointer, wide open, off the back of the iron, gets his own rebound, and picks up the offensive charge against Turnbull.
Good call there by the ref. It was also a good drive by Jordan Duncan. Just happened to jump a little late and right into him.
TJ Wesley in for Carew. This is his first minutes of the game. We've got Salas in, English, Cornster, Turnbull, and Wesley. English, step back pass to Turnbull. Turnbull spin move, gets it back to English. She drives baseline, kicks it out to Cornster. Three-point attempt, long. Brax Peter with the rebound. Gives it up to Custer. Custer over to Jordan Duncan. He gets blocked very hard by Turnbull.
He's trying to say that that arm came down and hit him in the head.
I wouldn't doubt it. Turnbull came down with a hammer on that one.
A lot of force, yeah.
Henson gets the ball, tries to go up and gets fouled. He's going to go to the line for two.
Henson, a very good shooter all around, whether it's free throw line, layups, or three-point line. So you can expect these two to be knocked down pretty easily.
Well, now that you say that.
Yeah, I'm going to put a commentator's jinx on it, but let's hope it isn't. Two on English, too.
Henson, first shot is good. Second shot, also good. You lucked out.
Hey, I'm the luckiest unlucky guy there is, all right? That's what I always say.
English with the ball, guarded closely by Custer, trying to slap it out from behind. Pull up, somehow bounces in. English with a soft touch.
The man has the basketball gods on his side, that's for sure, but I can't help but feel if we just lock down 30, there's no room for them to go.
Brax gets it over to Manley. English backs up saying, I didn't touch him. Duncan back to Manley. Back to Duncan. Gets it down to Custer. Custer left hand not strong enough. Misses the ball. Pittsburgh will grab the rebound, bring it back down court as English looking for the pick. Decides to take the three-point instead. Duncan now gets the ball after the rebound from Henson. Lots of movement on the court for the Blue Comets. Almost a travel by Manley. Brax goes up and good. Brax Peter, 4 points for Brax.
Brax is he's a scorer when he gets the ball down low. He's really good in the paint, though he's kind of smaller. He's a big boy, but he's a little small on height-wise.
Double team, down low, Turnbull, spin move, left-handed up and no good. Gets his own rebound, falls out of bounds with it though. Could have
Good
gone
call.
either way.
Yeah.
Brax and him fell at the same time.
I'm about to say, good call by the ref. I just feel like Brax tripped up on when he fell down.
Yeah, I think Turnbull was looking for that foul. That's all right. Not everybody gets their foul. Larson taking a seat for the Blue Comets as we get Elliot Stevenson back in the ball game, handling the ball for the Blue Comets. Henson with the ball, swinging it around the perimeter, looking back doors, got nothing. Stevenson now with the ball guarded closely by Wesley. Duncan now with three-point attempt, and that's off the mark. Brax gets the rebound. They pull it back out, set something up. Stevenson to Manley. Manley three-point attempt, way long, and Blue Comets another offensive rebound as Manley goes up for two, floats it, no good. And Blue Comets are all over the floor, and that's going to be a jump ball, I believe. And it's going to be Blue Comet basketball. One of the officials telling head coach Devin Crabtree, "Coach, calm down."
I think he was just a little upset because it looked like maybe there's a push when Brax was coming down with that. Maybe just a little push in the back and made him fall a little harder.
Just a bit. Where's the ball? Brax Peter with another two-pointer for the Blue Comets. Still down by 9. English up and over, no good. Jumping right into Stevenson.
Brax Peters, like I was saying, he's one of those impact players right there. He may not be big in size, but he does have a big presence down low. Long ball going out of bounds by Parker Henson, just led him way too far. Elliot Stevenson couldn't get it.
Corner stir into English. English taking his time. Just over 2 minutes left in the half, rather. He's going to waste a little time off the clock. Pull up from the corner. Short. Turnbull trying to get that rebound, knocks it out of bounds. It's going to be Blue Comet basketball. Turnbull, just a big body, big football body there on the floor. Seamster being on the bench is a big factor as to Blue Comets not scoring consistently right now. Manley up, a little strong. English trying to chuck it down court, but Jordan Duncan,
good
like
hands right there.
Free safety, just bats it out of bounds.
Knew he couldn't get it, so he just put a hand on it.
Says, let's slow it down a bit.
Where's the ball?
I need to see the ball. Offensive foul on Turnbull again. Brax Peter forced that one. Wesley back in for the Purple Dragons.
That's his second foul on him. He has to be a little careful. He's going to come out for the rest of this half, so we don't have to worry about him getting fouled out early on.
Turnbull taking a seat for a little bit. Wesley guarding Henson. Now Brax trying to drive. Kicks it out to Stevenson in the short corner. And he's just going to go ahead and drive in the middle. Gets it to Henson. Up and under. 2 points for Parker Henson.
That was a really nice reversal layup by Parker Manley right there. In for 2 points. Definitely looked pretty right there.
Pardon me, did I say Henson?
Yeah,
My
but I was
bad.
going to bring attention to it.
Manley with another couple points. Brax picks up the foul a little bit. A lot of it.
He's going to put him to the line.
First personal foul, 8 fouls. 7 fouls.
That's going to send English to the line
English to the line.
for 1-1. He's been hitting his free throws well here tonight so far. I don't anticipate that anything less happening, so. English, second shot, also good. Mason English just on fire in the first half. He's got several points here. We'll look at the stats at the halftime and compare between the two. 29-20, 50 seconds left in the game. Bounce off of Cornister's leg. It's going to be Blue Comet basketball on the baseline there.
Elliot Stevenson just knowing that hit him, so you watch that go out of bounds. But I can't help but feel that there should have been a blocking call there.
Peter to throw the ball in. Manley inbounds the ball. Blue Comet's doing a great job again of swinging the ball around, really trying to find the open window. Brax all the way to the rim, just barely misses. English with a head of steam, kicks it out to Carew. He pulls it out, spin move up and under, in and out of the rim. Henson tries for the rebound, but Stevenson knocks the ball out of bounds.
Honestly, just Pittsburgh playing fast. Not a bad idea, but with 20 seconds left, you may want to slow it down, just hold it out for the last shot.
Carew did a little extra there. TJ Wesley, no good, gets fouled again on his rebound.
Yeah, Brax on the way down, just hit him a little bit. Can't really stop much there. Gravity's pulling him down.
He's going to go to the line for two. That was the second foul on Brax Peter. Looks like just wait a minute. Looks like Crabtree's going to let him stay in. Cohen Wheeler was about to come in. Instead, he sends Landon Bilby. Bilby with a decent fan section here in the student section. Wesley at the line for two. First shot, way off the mark.
Yeah, I hate to say this, but I played against him in JV, and he was not hitting his free throws. A lot of them look just the same as that, either high off the glass or off to the side even.
In that case, great foul.
Exactly.
Wesley's second shot, also off the back of the iron. Bilby picks up the rebound. Gets it poked away by Carew. Stevenson on the floor.
Last jump ball went towards Pitt, if I remember right, so this should be going the way of Chanute.
I think Chanute got the last one, so it's going to be Pittsburgh ball.
Looks like I was wrong.
Oh, I know.
I'm oftenly wrong, aren't I, Wood?
No, it's fine. You're fine. Purple Dragons to throw it in. Stevenson guarding English.
He's just going to hold it.
English
So
driving, pull up from the corner. No bank shot. Jordan Duncan looked to chuck it down court. Not going to happen. We're going to call that the end of the first half. 29-20, Blue Comets down by 9. We're going to take a handful of breaks here. We'll be right back here on Comet Vision. here at Chanute High School, listening to the Chanute Blue Comet Pride Band. Love listening to them. Looking back at the first half here, we're going to look at a few leading scorers for the Blue Comets. We have Elliot Stevenson with 5 points in the first half, and Brax Peter leading the Blue Comets with 8 points in the first half. Really doing work and getting to the rim. As for the Purple Dragons, top 2 scorers there are going to be Giovanni Salas. He's got 6 points of his own. And, of course, as we all know, Mason English went off a little bit in the first half, ending the half with 15 points. So we'll see how head coach Devin Crabtree decides to guard up on him this half. He's got a lot of skill to contain, and we'll have to see who the Blue Comet is that is willing to take that challenge tonight.
That is for sure. And I think, honestly, Brax was the man that he put in that truly showed that in the first half. I was talking about this earlier with you, but Brax is a big impact player, and he was showing it there in that first half. He plays simple basketball is the best way to put it. He doesn't try to be flashy or anything. He just knows the point of the game is to score, so might as well just do that.
Absolutely. Caden Seamster not starting for the Blue Comets in the second half here. Taking a seat. Jordan Duncan in his place instead. Stevenson with the pick for Larson. Kicks it out to Duncan. Duncan, 3-point attempt. Off the mark.
He's been off the mark today. Once he gets going, though, he won't be able to stop.
Manley tried for that rebound, but instead English comes down with it. Takes the ball across the court himself. Looking for the lob to Turnbull. Not going to happen. Salas now gets a screen. English passes backdoor to Cornister, and he will take 2 points. Joey Cronister now with 4 for the Purple Dragons. Blue Comets throw the ball away. English had a steam coming.
They like to play fast. That is for sure. If you looked at the first half, that was the theme of English's game.
Jordan Duncan gets hung up there. Larson Custer, as we saw just a second ago, trying not to just take out Mason English. Blue Comets defending the inbounds. Shot, 3-point attempt. Dan Hastings. His shot is good. 34-20.
First shot of the night for him, and he hasn't been in for a while. He went out early on in the first quarter due to having 2 fouls.
Larson driving up with his left, and that's going to fall. Down by 12. Blue Comets looking to stop the momentum of the Purple Dragons. Stevenson trying to hedge that screen, but hedges a little bit late. Picks up the foul there. And the Purple Dragons are going to throw it in from their bench. English with the ball, guarded by Custer. Long 3-point attempt. Way long. And Blue Comets going to get possession. Jordan Duncan swinging the ball around to Henson, now to Stevenson. Driving middle, jump stops, goes up left, and that's going to be good for Elliot Stevenson.
Yeah, Elliot Stevenson just drove in there, caught Turnbull off guard, went in right behind him, had an easy lay in, and he converted on it. Just what he needed to do right there.
Knocked out of bounds by the Purple Dragons. Sorry, by the Blue Comets, rather. Purple Dragons to throw the ball in. English looking to get the curl off of the inbounds. He's going to drive middle, go up, float it, and he has hit that shot all night. Mason English, that little floater has rolled off the front of the rim right into the basket just about every time. Larson driving baseline with his left. As we all know, he is a lefty. Manley now with the ball around the perimeter. He gets it up to Henson. Now Duncan looks back door for Custer, but gets knocked away by Cronister. Blue Comets to throw the ball back in. Henson gets the inbound. Hands it off back to Manley. Duncan now. Blue Comets seem to be struggling a little bit because they don't really have anybody that is super comfortable down low, aside from Brax Peter. And at the moment, he's sitting bench.
Lars Kester, though, he's showing that he can be comfortable down there. Just going down there and just putting that 2 in there, making the game a 10-point differential.
Larson sitting with 7 points now. 4 of those coming within the last 2 minutes. Caden Seamster, no end in sight on his time in the bench. Devin Crabtree making a point. Salas posting up Stevenson. Stevenson getting around it to help on defense. Back up to Hastings, now to Turnbull, short corner. No good. Stevenson with the rebound, turns and just brings it up court himself. Goes up with his left, and he's good. Elliott Stevenson, another 2 points for him. He's also at 9 at this point. Stevenson hedging real good, looking for the corner of Hastings. Little short. Stevenson with another rebound, and he says, I'm going to bring it up one more time. Let's see if Turnbull can guard me.
And this is the energy I was talking about. Now that they have energy going, they've dropped down the differential of points to just 8 here. Let's see if they can get anything else going.
Slip screen, Stevenson up and through the paint. Uncontested.
As I talk about it, I mean, they did get something else going.
Elliott Stevenson, 6 quick points here. Looks like we're going to take a timeout here, 30-second timeout. We're going to take a single break. We'll be right back here on Comet Vision. Welcome back to Comet Vision. We are a student-led broadcast. Aside from myself, my name is Caleb Wood. I'm the director of broadcasting over here. And everything else here is all student ran. We have 3 cameras, a director, a color commentator, scorebug operator, and they're all students here at Chanute High School. So thank you very much for supporting our classes, our students, and just by watching the broadcast here today. As Cronister gets called for the travel, it's going to be Blue Comet basketball.
Talking about how we're all student ran, how do you feel that you're the only old man doing this right now?
You know, you guys call me an old man. I'm 29 years old, so
you're getting there.
I am getting there. Feels like it. My knees are telling me that I'm old.
That's from you playing basketball too much.
That's true. Stevenson driving middle, kicks it back out to Duncan. Duncan swings it across to Henson for a 3, and that's going to be good.
First one of the night for Blue Comets.
Parker
landing
Henson.
on Parker Henson's side. Looking good coming out of the release. Glad to see he's back.
Big points. Blue Comets only down by 3 now. Really using that momentum. Stevenson guarding Mason closely, gets a bit of a handsy foul there. He's going to get called for that. Stevenson, only his 2nd foul here tonight. Usually doing a great job on defense. He's very shifty, very quick on his feet, especially for his size. You know, Elliott Stevenson standing 6'1". He's only a sophomore. He is a short 6'1" because he seems bigger than that. Duncan guarding Hastings, and Hastings gets another 3.
I believe that's the second on the night. and second in the second half. So he's really getting them going right here.
Hastings extends the lead to 6 now. Larson, a little behind the back, cutting left and right. Jump stops, get it to Stevenson again. Another 2 points for Elliott Stevenson. $13 points for Elliott Stevenson. Blue Comets not really trying to do much against Mason English. Just trying to keep from fouling. They've really got to do a little more work on keeping him from around the rim. Stevenson driving middle, jump stop, kicks it out to Manley. Manley drives baseline. He'll kick it out to the other corner to Duncan for a 3, no good.
He's just been off the mark today.
English with the rebound. Slows things down a little bit as the rest of his team gets things set up. Stevenson's going to need a little bit of a break here pretty soon. Trying to get within arm reach of English. English says, no, I can't get it to Turnbull. Got really good backside defensive help. Blue Comets with the steal. Cronister tried the backdoor pass. Stevenson taking over this game with 15 points. Elliott Stevenson, the sophomore, knowing when it's his time to step up, and that time is now. English to Turnbull. Back to English. English just trying to waste some time on the clock. Less than 30 seconds left. Spin move, gets stripped. But that's going to be a foul, looks like, on potentially Larson Custer as English spun into the lane. I don't know how they called that on the shot.
Especially with the ref having the guys back to him, but hey, it is what it is.
It was
going
on
to
the
happen.
floor.
Can't really be on to the refs about it.
I agree with this call. It was definitely on the floor, so the Purple Dragons are going to throw the ball back in. Look for English to get a little curl around the perimeter right here. Blue Comets having to switch things off, switch back. English is going to try to get the last shot here, under 10. 3, 2, 1. Somehow got it off. Going to be short. Blue Comets cut their deficit down to 4. We're going to go ahead and take a 1 minute long timeout. We'll be right back after this. (41-37), Blue Comets down going into the fourth quarter here. We got 8 minutes of excitement coming up here in order for us to pull off the win. I mean, it's that simple. What do we gotta do here in the game? What do the Blue Comets have to do here in the game to secure that win, Braden?
Main thing really coming down to it is slowing down our pace, not giving up as many turnovers as we have been doing. We did a really good job last quarter of that. I mean, showing up and winning that quarter truthfully. And the other thing is just stopping English. Well, we locked him down pretty good, but number one, Dan Hastings got a couple threes off, and that's what it's going to be. And they're going to call that a foul. It's going to give him 3 shots on the line.
Larson Custer not happy about that at all. Really holding his tongue.
Third foul.
Mason English going to go to the line for 3 shots. We got some supporters here in the stands that also don't agree with that call.
I think he said move to Hollywood.
I called him Mr. Hollywood.
Mr. Hollywood, all right.
Great acting, he says.
I've heard that term before, but it wasn't for that.
That's all right. First 2 shots are good. Third shot also good. Might as well have made that 3-point shot. Elliot Stevenson bring the ball back down the court for the Blue Comets. Now to Duncan. Duncan to Custer. Back to Duncan. Now Manley. Manley throws it right into the hands of English. Looking backdoor for Hastings. Gets a little block there, but Hastings still comes up with it. That's his 8th point there for Dan Hastings. Stevenson slowing things down a bit, guarded closely by English. Gets hacked, but no call. Blue Comets not happy about it. Duncan tried to kick it out. English smirking at the Blue Comet defense. And again, taking his time, bring the ball back down the court. Larson guarding him pretty closely. Blue Comets steal the ball right back, trying to get it down to Turnbull on the block. Jordan Duncan, the smallest guy on the court, pokes it away. Carew guarding Custer. Custer goes straight up with a left. He's going to be fouled. Looks like it was going to be actually on the shot, so he's going to go to the line for 2. Larson, winded, but still driven.
That is for sure. Hopefully he can knock these 2 down. Normally he does, and that'd be nice because it's going to lower the differential by a lot.
Blue Comets once within 4, now within 8. So a little backtracking there for the Blue Comets as Brax Peter comes in. Stevenson's taking a quick breather.
Stevenson
Get him a drink.
Was a big role player there in the first part of this quarter and last quarter, but kind of slowed down. I think that's what Coach Devin Crabtree saw.
Blue Comets stripped the ball from English.
If you look there, English tried that multiple times there. He was trying to get a lot of calls on that play, but just wasn't going his way.
Jordan Duncan even tried taking a charge there. There was no call. English almost had that 5-second call. Now he's in the middle, right-handed hook shot. Short. Custer with the rebound. Henson looking for some of the cuts. Cuts back door to Stevenson, or rather Custer. Custer trying to get it to Brax. English there to swipe it away. Dragons.
Tipped off the hands of Brax. Just good athleticism shown there. Him
Trying
up
all night long to get the ball to Turnbull. Blue Comets doing a great job on the backside. We're going to go ahead and take a full timeout. We're going to take 2 commercial breaks. We'll be right back right here on Comet Vision after this. Blue Comet Pep Band rocking out with their drumsticks. Dragons gonna throw the ball in on their own baseline. English looking for Hastings. Hastings now up top to Carew. Back to English. Long three-point attempt again. Short. Off the knee of Carew. It's going to be a foul on Jordan Duncan. Looks like him and Carew got hung up in midair with one another when going after the ball.
I definitely don't understand or agree with that call, considering Jordan was the one that came down with the ball and he was on the front side of the guy, so you can't call it a push because he wasn't over the back of the man.
Carew gets called for the travel on his approach to
I guess
the lane.
you can call that a little bit of a makeup call. I mean,
a little bit.
Still would have liked to not see Jordan with 3 fouls on him, but still.
Blue Comets now with the ball again. Looking for a screen from Henson. Custer decides not to take his spin move, kicks it across to Brax. Gets it to Henson. Now Custer back to Henson. Henson getting some pretty tight defense from Turnbull. Stevenson now with the ball, gets it over to Brax. Looking down low for someone, nothing. Larson now with the ball. Pittsburgh's defense is really tight right now. No wiggle room. Larson goes up left-handed anyways.
Beautiful make there. He just worked his way down, felt the man on him, knew which way to turn and went up with that.
We call
nice
those
bucket.
old man moves.
He does play very old man basketball, that is for sure. But he's really good at it, so it doesn't matter either way.
Down by 5, just about 4.5 minutes left here in the game. English falling, somehow gets it to Hastings. No travel call. This Blue Comet crowd looking for the call. Way short. Brax gets a hand on it, throws it back in. That's going to be Pittsburgh ball off of Elliott Stevenson's hand. Brax just a little too much heat on that. Stevenson couldn't bring it back in. English with the ball. Gets it over to Hastings. Now to Cornster. Back to English. Posting up, going up with his right, and he's going to get that.
With Pittsburgh having this 7-point lead right now, was 5 points just a second ago. I think really Chanute didn't contest that too hard because we knew, hey, they're up. They really should just be wasting time, but if they give us all the time in the world we want, we'll take it.
Absolutely. English, only 8 points in this half. Sitting at 23 on the game.
One big thing I did say coming into this half was going to be locking down English, what we have done. If you notice, cutting his points into half on the half, and it's helping us out a lot, putting us back in this game.
Cronister, wide open layup miss. Stevenson with the rebound, pushes it up court. I tell you what, the Blue Comets really benefited well from pushing the ball early in the second half.
That is for sure. It was energy that we came out with that they weren't ready for, and that showed when we brought the lead down to 4 at one point.
Henson, 3, and that's good.
That is
Parker Henson, his second 3 of the game.
talking about 4.
Giving some new life to this Blue Comet defense. Timeout on the court.
Talking about 4, he just brought it back down to 4, putting this ball game a lot more interesting. It would not be a Chanute game if it wasn't interesting. That is one thing for 4.
That's going to be a full timeout on the Blue Comets. We're going to take 2 commercial breaks. We'll be right back right after this. Pittsburg basketball to throw the ball in. Down by 4, Blue Comets. Probably need to pressure a little bit here, just under the 3-minute mark.
That's typically when teams start to look to waste a lot more time, but does not look like Pittsburgh wants to do that. No charge call on that, even though Brax was set for a good second.
English comes up a little hurt. Can't tell if he's holding his hand or his groin. Looks like it's
he's
his
holding his hand, yeah.
That's going to be his shooting hand.
Hopefully that impairs him. I can say that because I'm a student.
Okay. Henson, another 3 is going to be short. Didn't quite get his feet underneath him.
I can be biased, Wood. I can be biased.
English favoring that hand. Kind of going back and forth there. Trying not to get too much work in there. Larson now with the ball.
What'd they call?
Somehow gets a offensive foul. Not exactly sure what happened. Looks like he might have lowered his shoulder a little bit, maybe a little hook of the elbow. Not exactly sure.
Definitely something the Blue Comets do not want right here.
Jump ball, Elliot Stevenson. Great job getting his hand right on the ball. Just Spider-Man gripped that ball.
That is the hustle play you want to see, kind of looking like Andrew Garfield out there.
Had that grip on the ball. Going to be a timeout for the Blue Comets. We'll see if they'll go a 30-second timeout or we're going to go full. Timeout, full timeout. We're going to go ahead and take 2 commercial breaks here. We'll be right back, right here on Comet Vision. Back here at Chanute High School, 44-50. Blue Comets still down by 6. Plenty of time, minute 47 seconds, in order to try to make a little bit of a comeback. Blue Comets to start with the ball.
6 points in difference with us having the ball coming in and both our shooters being out. It's a very probable chance.
Parker Henson still in the game. Jordan Duncan still in the game. Stevenson trying to do something. Going up, no call there. Definitely call we've seen on the opposite side of the ball. Stevenson, a little frustration foul there. Brady, get on the camera.
Yeah, I hate to say it because I'm a ref. I know how it is, but this is not going both ways, and you hate to see that, especially as a Blue Comets fan.
English at the line for 1-and-1. First one's good. Extending it to 7-point lead. English has been perfect from the line tonight.
And will stay that way.
Extending it to 8-point lead.
Hey, we've been here before and we've dropped it down before.
Minute 20-ish on the clock. Larson just trying to get to the rim. Gets it to Henson, back to Custer. He gets held up, trying to sweep through by Cronister.
Good call by the ref. Just that hand was a little too far in there.
Blue Comets with 8 fouls this half compared to Pittsburgh's 3.
3 for the Dragons.
Larson to Jordan Duncan. There's the points when you need it.
I told you, once he gets going, he's going to stay going. I can't wait to see the ball in his hands again.
Less than a minute. Hopefully it's not too late. Another foul by Stevenson. Peter.
I would say it's not a bad foul, but considering it's on English, he's been perfect from the line.
And that is Elliot Stevenson's final foul of the game, ending with 15 points for the Blue Comets.
Good game from him.
Absolutely. Seamster still on the bench. Probably going to live out the rest of the night there. English. Still perfect. Just shy of a minute. And Blue Comets still down by 7. Not sure where the ball went. A little push call. That's going to be on Chronister again. We'll see how many fouls he has. That's his 3rd. Seems like he should have more. He's been all over Custer tonight.
They have rotated a lot of guys through Custer today, so that could be a lie too. They have fouled Custer a lot, but they've also had multiple guys up there on him.
Custer faking the long 3-point attempt. Brax driving in. Gets called for the offensive foul as English just stands on the block and takes the blow to the face. Blue Comets trying everything they can on defense. English bring the ball up the court. Not really looking to score, but just to take the last 38 seconds off the clock. He's going to go to the line for double-double. Sorry, not a double-double. A double bonus.
Yeah. Honestly, man's been perfect from the line. I would have waited till he got the ball in someone else's hand before fouling.
With all of these,
well, Commodore's jinx, I guess.
With all of these free throws that he's hit, though, he's got to be pushing about 30 points here tonight. Second free throw attempt.
Sounds like the comment section, not the comment section, the comment student section got in his head a little bit for the first one.
Manley with the ball now. Taking a screen from Henson. Duncan with the ball. Driving, going up with the right. Going to go to the line for 2. That was a foul on the shot. Jordan Duncan has only got 5 points tonight. Trying for his 6th. Off the mark. Something is up with Duncan this evening. We don't normally see him miss free throws. We don't normally see him with this few points. Wow. 6 for Duncan. It's a good thing he's only a junior. We'll love to see him back next year. This Friday, be sure to catch the Blue Comets playing Coffeyville Golden Tornadoes, also known as Field Kinley if you are old school. They will be playing at Coffeyville. Girls game, per usual, will start about 6 o'clock. Boys game to start between 7 and 7:30. We will not be covering it, but I'm sure Coffeyville will be offering some sort of coverage of their own.
I'd assume so, considering they stream the soccer games, and that's pretty good indication if your school does every sport.
That's true. English making this game his own. We also want to give a shout out to all 93 of you viewers online on YouTube watching us this evening. Once again, we just thank you for supporting our student broadcast, our student body here. Thank you for supporting your team. If you are from Pittsburg, thank you for watching online. It's always great to see students from both schools be supported. We're going to go ahead and end our stream here. 48-56 is your final score. And the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons will take this win home with them tonight. We'll see you guys next time. Chanute, we no longer have any more home basketball events, so be sure to be informed on where it is that Chanute's going to be playing next and catch their live streams there. From Chanute, on behalf of the Blue Comets and Comet Vision, my name is Caleb Wood, again, the Director of Broadcasting. Thank you and have a good night.